What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. So I want to try something different this time. Everyone always says these are the stocks to buy. Watch out for these stocks. Buy these now. 1000% rocket ship to the moon. But I want to start a series that tells you to wait on certain stocks. So I'm going to start with today's video, and we're going to go over 5 stocks that I think have great long-term potential. I really believe in all 5 of these companies in the long term. However, right now, at this current point in time, in mid-January 2021, I think that these are not buys. I think they're overextended. The share price is a little high, and I would wait. I would wait a little bit to let them cool down. So, without further ado, let's get into these 5 stocks. Stock number 1 being Blink Charging. So Blink Charging is just going crazy. As you can see from the chart, it's just been a complete ascend. There's been a little dip here, but we just hit overall highs a couple days ago of close to $60 a share. And we haven't really pulled back even from that number. So I think that Blink is a great company in the long term, but I think with all this EV hype and the incoming Biden administration, I think that EVs have just run up a little bit too high. Let's look at the RSI, the MACD. You can see the RSI. They are very overbought. There's a period over here, overbought. Even back here, overbought. The RSI is kind of just hugging the top line here for most of the past year, or I guess half a year, and I would wait for it to cool down a little bit. As you can see, the MACD, it started to ascend again, so we might be looking at another crazy run-up, but there also might be some time to consolidate, so I would wait a little bit on Blink. I would wait till it cools down a little bit. Stock number 2 is Disney. I think with cases of the coronavirus starting to slow down a little bit, I think that Disney will reopen. They have their streaming service, Disney Plus. I think that in the future, Disney is going to slowly grow back into the superpower that it was. So we hit lows of $80 a share, and then we gradually keep going up. We've kind of consolidated a little bit here, but I think that we're a little overextended. If you look at the RSI, we're overbought, for a while here. We're still technically towards the top of this this line, so I would wait a little bit longer. Look at the MACD. There's momentum going south, so I would wait for a drop and a pullback, and at that point, that's when I would jump into Disney. But again, these are only my own personal opinions. Feel free to do your own research and decide when is the time that you'd like to enter a trade if this is a stock that you so choose. Next on the list, NIO. NIO's got a lot of hype recently. Again, great company in the long term, but I think that in the short term, there might be some consolidation or even a drop. I think it's just run up very quickly in a very short time. So you could see there's been one major pullback, and then it continued to ride up again, hitting all-time highs of around 67. It's pulled back a little bit since then. A lot of volume. Down over here, you can see overbought. Started to come down a bit, and now we're actually at an overbought stage as well. The MACD, there's a lot of momentum moving up, but if you look, these last couple of sticks are in the down position. So I think that NIO, again, is another stock to wait on a little bit. Let it cool off. Great company. In the long term, you should be fine. But especially if you're looking to swing trade NIO, I would wait a little bit. Let it cool off. See there's big gaps here on the run-up. I think these can get filled as NIO starts to cool down. So next up on the list, this is a Bitcoin-related stock, Marathon Group. So they deal with Bitcoins and the production of Bitcoins. You can see there's a huge run up ever since the Bitcoin hype started. a couple weeks ago. Big gaps here. Big gaps, big green candles, high volume, hitting about 28.5 per share, and now we're starting to consolidate a little bit. I think that the Bitcoin run-up is a little surprising that it ran up so fast, so quick, but I think it's going to cool down. Again, Bitcoin, I believe, in the long term, will reach high levels, and I think Mara will go with it. But I think in the short term, you might want to be careful with it. We got some stages of overbought over here, so 3 times, and we're still considered overbought. MACD, big momentum, the positive direction, but you can see we're starting to come down a little bit. So I would wait for Mara to cool off a little bit, let Bitcoin cool off a little bit before it goes on its next big run. And last but certainly not least, the everybody's favorite stock to play, to day trade, to swing trade, S&P now included it, Tesla. So Tesla's just a beast. It does its own rules. It makes its own runs and comes back, and then it goes up again, and lots of catalysts hitting off at all different points of the year, and the past and the future. If you look at it from a yearly standpoint, it doesn't look as crazy as it actually is. You can see it's kind of like an upward trend, but there's been plenty of times where people have gotten burned by Tesla, where it just drops and it rises. And anyway, so you can see it's been kind of it's been very bullish. It's a very steep ascent, hitting about 890. I think I remember it hitting 900 at some point. If you look at the RSI, we're very, very overbought. Basically, we're just riding the whole top portion of the RSI meter here, and it really doesn't look like it's coming down anytime soon. If you look down at the MACD, again, lots of momentum here, then we came down a little bit. We had some momentum, but it looks like it's trailing downward, so I would wait a little bit on Tesla. Let it cool down, and then you can get into a better position. Really, it's tough to find a support or resistance level. Maybe this 670 area might be a point of support. If it drops a bit, obviously there's no resistance because we're very close to all-time highs. Maybe 900 might be a resistance just because that's a mental stop for a lot of people. But in general, I would wait till Tesla cools down a little bit. Or if you really want to get into it in the long term, if you plan on holding it for a while, I'm sure you'll be fine. But if you want to get a better price, I would wait for it to drop a little bit. Again, these are only my opinions. So let me know down in the comments if you guys like this type of video. Let me know if you want me to do some more companies. Give me some companies that you would like me to take a look at, whether that be on a technical analysis, or we could look at fundamentals. We could look at the evaluation of the company. And if you could, please subscribe. I'm trying to get my first 100 subscribers. It's free. You could always unsubscribe later. It just really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm and trying to grow this channel. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.